As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. Play action. Now Jackson. And his first pass is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Jackson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That's the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, CeeDee Lamb. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This one swung out here to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this from about 4 6-yard line.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Allen, nifty footwork. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. What a run there from Josh Allen. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
38-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Levante David in on the tackle.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? Maybe we'll hear about that from him soon.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stump it behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will stay at a 7-point game. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind? Hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And scored that one for one of the league's best. Jalen Ramsey getting the tackle for loss. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
Now Jackson will look to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past any run because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On play action, Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Here's Allen. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he will have the Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
To throw, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Completes this to Addison out left. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Throwing now is Allen. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Now it's Jackson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them in the gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Outright looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Another shot now for this Lions offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Jackson. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Play action. It's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Jackson now. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. Shifts by him. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 2nd and 6. Jackson. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Gibbs straight ahead. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Jackson. He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.
Not anymore. From Detroit, Michigan, we're looking live at Ford Field. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry renewed between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Ty Chandler to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Allen setting up play action. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
19 yards.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he gets him around 6 there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Catch made. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 4. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Jones. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Allen on the play action. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Alex Anzalone with the pick. And the Lions get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over
First down on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Off by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play action now with Jackson. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long for him here. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. I know it's early, Brock, but that felt kind of big. A lot of momentum generated from that turnover was about to disappear if they didn't convert.
Yeah, there actually is some pressure on this opening series to score. I know pressure's a privilege, but that turnover gave them some early momentum, but it won't just disappear if they'll fail to score. It will actually head to that other sidelines.
Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Jackson's going to throw again. He can run it. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Jackson trying to sneak it. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you've got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. On first down, it's Gibbs, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Lamar's going to keep this one. Running in the red zone. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone on first. And in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the 2nd quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count in that area. They are perfect 1-for-1.
That one splits the uprights, and they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. First call here coming from the shotgun. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Allen on 3rd and short. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. They get 22 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down throw for Allen. Has it in close. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing here, Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And now it's 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partner, as they try to figure out this 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Offense staying out there on 4th. They say no to a 47-yard field goal. They'll go. Allen. And he's caught. He's got Lamb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. And there's another one. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is flying wide open.
2nd and 3 now. And Allen will hold on to this. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Vikings.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
2nd down. Allen throwing again. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Allen's pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over.
From the gun, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
29-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. This time they'll keep it on the ground. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! More momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Lamar now from the gun. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the 2nd half. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Screen here for Gibbs. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Gibbs now from the gun. Gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. They brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Vikings sending out nickel coverage here on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th down.
Bates on the coverage.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Fields this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
Short pass brought in. Moving into enemy territory. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Jones off the pistol give. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Running right, this is Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Blitz coming here. Allen. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Not an enviable spot as they come up. 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force a 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Blitz coming here. Jackson connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 21-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the first.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Another one for Gibbs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Sending the tight end in motion left. This is Gibbs on second down. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Jackson now, third and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up fourth and long.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score. That is so good.
Bates' kick is up and good. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And this is brought to a stop at that 34-yard line there. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Allen setting up to throw. Has some daylight through the 40. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his second and inches. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got it. And no gain after the catch, but a gain still out across midfield. There to the 45. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to get the Vikings the first down.
First and 10.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Christian Gonzalez has it. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead.
Vikings nothing.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And any comeback hopes they may have been entertaining, Brock. Well, they might have left the field after that last pick six.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty incredible things happen in the fourth quarter before, but now a 3-score game coming off of a turnover. Now, this one should be likely over.
Back to the air. It's Allen after the pick. Finds Chase on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing here, Allen. Makes the catch. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Minnesota.
First and 10 from the 41. Again, Allen to the air. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And now it's second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Allen on the play action. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Third and long, it's Allen. Finds the in route complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock pass incomplete. So they're going to hope for better results now on second down.
I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Jones. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for third and goal. Throwing from the gun here. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Somebody shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with fourth and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal. Finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
They'll time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. Oh, the Vikings got to it first. They get it back. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.